Tickets for Josh Boone's The New Mutants went on sale yesterday, and now we have a new trailer for Kenneth Branagh's Death on the Nile, which will almost certainly play in theaters prior to theatrical showings of the aforementioned X-Men spin-off. A follow-up to Branagh's hit adaptation of Murder on the Orient Express, this Hercule Poirot mystery also stars Deep Breath Tom Bateman, Annette Bening, Russell Brand, Ali Fazal, Don French, Gal Gadot, Armie Hammer, Rose Leslie, Emma Mackey, Sophie Okonedo, Jennifer Saunders and Letitia Wright. With an October 23 release date, this kinda means that Gal Gadot is single-handedly responsible for saving the US theatrical industry. Yes, I'm being somewhat tongue-in-cheek, but this film does open just 21 days after Patty Jenkins' Wonder Woman 1984. Gadot is a co-star for this period piece murder mystery and the star of Jenkins' period piece superhero sequel, both of which will offer clues as to whether American audiences will, where allowed, actually come back to theaters. Now, to be fair, like September's The Kingsman, also, FoxFOXA, Death on the Nile is betting on overseas audiences, obviously in countries that are handling the pandemic better than we are, to provide the vast majority of global box office grosses. Murder on the Orient Express earned $103 million domestic and $250 million overseas for a $353 million cume, on a $55 million budget. Vaughn's Kingsman, The Secret Service, a rare new-to-cinema franchise to top $400 million global, earned $128 million domestic and $414 million worldwide in 2015 on an $81 million budget. Vaughn's Kingsman, The Golden Circle wasn't quite a breakout sequel, but $100 million for $411 million on a $104 million budget is an unmitigated win. The Kingsman, starring Ralph Fiennes, will be hoping that the brand, and not just the Taron Egerton Colin Firth pairing, is enough to entice consumers. Looking at the September-October release schedule as it stands, Patty Jenkins' Wonder Woman 1984 and DiCosta's Candyman, October 16th, are betting on major, relatively speaking, domestic interest, while Matthew Vaughn's The Kingsman and Kenneth Branagh's Death on the Nile are betting on the domestic gross merely being gravy. That Gal Gadot now has two major movies opening in the same month, one delayed several times and one mostly opening on schedule, is a cosmic coincidence. Death on the Nile was mostly always planned for October of 2020, at least since it got pushed from December 2019. That was presumably to avoid conflicting with Disney's Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker, and possibly because it didn't fit the mold of big Disney Plus friendly title that got priority during what was supposed to be Bob Iger's last year at Disney. In an era where a number of Disney theatricals ended up on Disney Plus, this is another big Fox title that is going to theaters.